some smaller Amazon Fresh stores in the UK. I'm Shirley Adler.
Obama-era rules about internet regulations are being restored by the FCC. Here's Chuck Palm with that in today's Tech Report.
The FCC will vote this week to restore net neutrality rules that were laid out by the Obama administration. The commission voted 3-2 in October on the proposal to reinstate open internet rules adopted in 2015 and reestablish the commission's authority over broadband internet. Net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers should enable access to all content and applications, regardless of the source, and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. FCC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel confirmed and said the pandemic made it clear that broadband is an essential service and every one of us, no matter who we are or where we live, needs access. Under the Trump administration, FCC had argued net neutrality rules were unnecessary and blocked innovation. Republican FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr opposed the move and argued the plan would result in government control of the internet. He also argued broadband speeds in the U.S. have increased and prices are down. Leave a comment at allthetoptech.tech. I'm Chuck Palm.
And there's news about this medium from the Federal Communications Commission. After years of debate, the FCC has officially adopted FM geo-targeting. This will allow stations to air geo-targeted content for a portion of their broadcast hour using localized boosters. This is America in the Morning. We've got Robert Workman in with Wednesday Sports.
While the Brewers trimmed the Twins 3-2 to remain unbeaten at 4-0, winning their home opener. Rookie Jackson Chourio singled in a run in his first home at bat. Manager Pat Murphy, happy to have him.
I don't know what he's thinking. It might scare me if I did know, but he's a big-time performer.
Diamondbacks handed the Yankees their first loss, 7-0, behind the 3-hit pitching of Zach Gallen on the courts. White Sox traded the Braves for their first win. Angels over the Marlins. Miami 0-6, worst start in franchise history. Cubs rolled over the Rockies, hitting 4 home runs. After going hitless in his first 3 games of the season, Bryce Harper broke out with 3 homers, 2 solos, and a granny to lead the Phillies over the Reds. Davis Schneider's 2-run shot off Josh Hader with 2 out in the ninth boosted the Blue Jays over the Astros. Dodgers held off the Giants. Mookie Betts with his league-leading 5th home run. Red Sox, Royals, Rays, Guardians, and Cardinals win. NIT semifinals in Indianapolis. Indiana State slammed Utah, and Seton Hall hounded Georgia, so it'll be the Sycamores and the Pirates tomorrow night for the championship. NBA, the Nuggets fought off the Spurs 110-105. They take over first place in the West. Nikola Jokic, 42 points. Sixers got Joel Embiid back and thumped the Thunder. He had 24 points in his first game in 2 months after knee surgery. Timberwolves topped the Rockets. Minnesota and Oklahoma City now tied for second in the West, just a half game behind Denver. Lakers dragged the Raptors. LA has won 7 of 8. Toronto has lost 14 in a row. Wins for the Warriors, Wizards, Kings, Heat, and Cavs. NHL, Bruins blanked the Predators 3-0. Linus Ullmark made 32 saves and assisted on Charlie Coyle's go-ahead goal. That's Wednesday Sports.
Thank you, sir. Robert Workman with sports. It's 7 till. A so-so 80s movie finds new life on streaming. That story, when America in the Morning, continues after these messages.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than 5. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, make it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
If we've learned anything from the headlines, it's that unexpected things happen too often. Those in charge say everything's fine. Stop noticing. But you know better, and your gut knows that time is short to prepare for what's around the corner next. My Patriot Supply has helped over 2 million families become more self-reliant. Americans trust to prepare. PatriotSupply.com. Here's the best-selling food and emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfast, lunches, dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one food kit for each family member. For a limited time, save $200 plus get free shipping on all their Ready Hour 3-month emergency food kits. You're not ready if it's not Ready Hour foods. At My Patriot Supply, you can also get solar power generators, water filtration units, emergency medical supplies, and heirloom seeds. Shop MyPatriotSupply.com today. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
You're good to go.
Morning. He spent 6 decades on TV and in movies, becoming famous for his work on Second City Television. Correspondent Margie Zaraletta reports on the death of actor-comedian Joe Flaherty.
Joe Flaherty was born Joseph O. Flaherty in Pittsburgh. He dropped the O because another actor had that name.
I'm Floyd here.
Flaherty created characters like horror TV host Count Floyd, news anchor Floyd Robertson, and talk show host Sammy Maudlin for the sketch series SCTV.
Gloria Steinem announced today that the National Organization of Women is going to sponsor a new bill called the Almost Equal Rights Amendment. According to Ms. Steinem, the new amendment will acknowledge that women are inferior, but that they deserve some rights because they're pretty and they don't eat much.
He won 2 Emmys for writing for SCTV.
You're going to need a blanket and suntan lotion because you're never going to get off that beach. Just the way you never got into the NHL.
Flaherty also was the heckler in the movie Happy Gilmore, and he played the dad on the series Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, that drummer you're listening to? Yeah. He's terrible. That's Neil Peart. He's the greatest drummer alive. Well, Neil Peart couldn't drum his way out of a paper bag.
He later served as an artist in residence at Humber College in Toronto. I'm Margie Zaraletta.
Wasn't quite a blockbuster when it was in theaters in 1989, but gained a cult following. Now the 2024 remake of Roadhouse has become a hit on streaming. Kevin Carr reports.
The Roadhouse remake starring Jake Gyllenhaal is breaking some records.
People seem a little aggressive around here.
Amazon announced this week that Roadhouse has been watched by 50 million people globally in its first 10 days. According to Amazon, it's their, quote, most watched produced film debut ever on a worldwide basis.
It takes a lot to get me angry, but when I am, I just can't let go.
The news comes after director Doug Liman lashed out at the studio for taking the film directly to streaming rather than giving it a theatrical release. Liman was so upset that he threatened to boycott its premiere at the South by Southwest Film Festival earlier this year.
It's my way or the highway.
Amazon did not elaborate on how it counted viewers rather than minutes watched or how much the film was seen. Still, the original 1989 Roadhouse starring Patrick Swayze grossed only $30 million in its release. Based on the average ticket price of $3.99 at the time, this means less than 8 million people watched the original in theaters. Maybe Roadhouse is just destined for home video fame.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
Critics gave the new Roadhouse a middling 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. However, Netflix has shown that critics don't necessarily drive viewership. 2 of their most popular films, Red Notice and The Mother, had upside-down Rotten Tomatoes scores of 37% and 43% respectively. I'm Kevin Carr.
America in the Morning for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024 is produced by Jeff McKay. Senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Get ready to soar beyond the horizon at Maxwell Air and Space Show. Mark your calendars for April 6th and 7th. Gates open at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Enjoy free admission and parking, plus free shuttle service from Patterson Field, Crampton Bowl. Indulge in delicious food and drinks while witnessing America's best and brightest in action. Bring the whole family for a day packed with excitement, including activities for the kids and a remarkable STEM expo. And don't miss the thrilling aerial performances by the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. For more information, visit maxwell.af.mil. See you there.
If you're always missing part of your favorite show because you have to get out of the car, don't worry. Take us with you, either through our streaming app or through your Alexa or Google smart home device. 6. News Radio 1440. 12:25 a.m. The home of the Ben Shapiro Show and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Taiwan, where at least 9 people have been killed in a 7.4 earthquake.
Taiwan's strongest quake in a quarter century left tall buildings tilting crazily, sent chandeliers rocking, and pictures swinging wildly on apartment walls. Right now, rescuing people is the top priority, says President-elect Lai Ching-te. Rescuers are calling out to people still trapped inside their homes amid fears the death toll will mount. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
TV images show neighbors and rescue workers lifting people through windows, including a toddler, after doors were fused shut. A rescue is underway after 6 people were trapped in a coal mine. All 7 victims of Israel's airstrike on aid workers delivering food in Gaza have now been identified, including 33-year-old U.S.-Canadian citizen Jacob Flickinger, Israel's military chief, Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi.
I want to be very clear. The strike was not carried out with the intention of harming WCK aid workers.
A second day of severe weather has injured at least 10 people from Texas to Ohio. There are a dozen reports of tornadoes, including one in the small city of Sunbright, Tennessee.
It's just a gut punch to see your town and see these old buildings just demolished.
The wind so extreme they knocked a student off his feet at the University of Kentucky in Lexington. Newly released video from an armed standoff in California is raising questions about how San Bernardino sheriff's deputies handled a deadly shootout in 2022. Shows 15-year-old Savannah Graziano being killed as she obeyed orders to walk towards them. CBS's Elise Preston.
The indication was Savannah could have fired at deputies, but this video and audio just released under the California Public Records Act shows she was trying to get to safety while apparently shot by those tasked with trying to save her.
Savannah had allegedly been kidnapped by her father, who was also killed in the shootout. He was wanted in the death of her mother. The Enid, Oklahoma City Commissioner, who took part in the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017, has been ousted. Preliminary election results show Iraq war vet Judd Blevins has lost his seat in a recall vote. Don't forget about those $1.09 billion up for grabs tonight.
Here come tonight's winning numbers. Let's go.
CBS's Matt Piper.
The jackpot is the 4th largest in Powerball's history and comes on the heels of a $1.13 billion Mega Millions prize won by someone in New Jersey just last week.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze, and right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Good news and bad for the millions expected to head to Texas to see the total eclipse Monday.
The good news, the latest eclipse calculations show more parts of Texas in the path of totality. San Antonio, Austin, Waco, right up through Dallas-Fort Worth. Fredericksburg, about an hour west of Austin, expected to see a total eclipse of about 4.5 minutes. Mackenzie Mulray with the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
On a normal, busy, heavy weekend in Fredericksburg, we could see around 30,000, but right now we're expecting close to 100,000.
With the bad news, meteorologists meteorologist Pat Calvin of KHOU in Houston.
Clouds look at least likely for much of the state. This forecast can still improve.
Chris Fox for CBS News, Austin.
Spanish police have detained the country's former soccer federation president. Civil Guard says Luis Rubiales is being questioned at the airport in Madrid after he was brought in as he exited a plane. He was in the Dominican Republic when police staged raids. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos, a better, easier way to get term life insurance, all online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos, up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. Are you still on the fence about owning gold? It's time to pull the trigger with the Oxford Gold Group and buy gold and silver. Nobody can predict the future, but we can't put our head in the sand either. The Oxford Gold Group are the pros. They make owning gold and silver simple and easy to understand. Call Oxford Gold Group right now and you may qualify for up to $10,000 in free precious metals. Call 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. You do everything you can for your family. A nice home, good food, family fun, and the right medical care. You plan ahead for your kids' future and their education. That's all great, unless something unexpected happens to you. If you were to die, who would pay the mortgage and all the other bills? Would your family have to sell their home just to survive? That's why you need to call Term Provider for the lowest rates available on quality term life policies, period. Rates for term life are at all-time lows, and Term Provider could save you 50, 60, even 70%. Already have coverage? Call and see if you're paying too much. Term Provider could save you thousands. And if your health isn't perfect, even more reason to call. We'll match you with the right policy, even if you have weight issues, diabetes, or high blood pressure. Right now, your family's protected. Make sure that protection continues if something unexpected happens to you. Call for a free quote and see if you can save up to 70%. Call 800-511-3535 now. That's 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535. He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine. But before we get started, I got to give you a message this morning. And what that is, we got to have a serious talk. About what, you say? Well, it's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Now, did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? Yes, 1,400. It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is also real. So if you are a family member or a friend of suffering from a substance use disorder, please call the Council on Substance Abuse, or COSA, right now. That number is 334-262-1629. That's, again, 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. Get the help you need today. Call COSA, again, right now, 334-262-1629, and get the help you need right now. Because it not only affects you, it affects the people that love you and the folks that you love. COSA, the Council on Substance Abuse. Again, that number is 334 262-1629, and we'll be back.
FA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, Josh Johnson here. Windy, sunny, but turning colder today. 68 the afternoon high. 43 tonight underneath a mainly clear sky. Then 3-4 pretty consistent days. Highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Lows mainly in the 40s. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're all dry days, a little breezy at times. Our next rain chance arrives by early next week. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents. We keep checking around the surrounding counties. Everybody's still reporting clear. Looking at your traffic flow maps, no big slowdown. That's all good on this Wednesday.
Okay.
You keep listening, we'll keep you posted.
That's my wake-up call.
Trenham State offers a wide range of scholarships to fund your education for students like you. Unlock your potential at Trenham State. Apply at trenhamstate.edu. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay. Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Wednesday. Shots fired outside of Eastdale Mall. One man has serious injuries. It happened off Eastdale Circle around 5 o'clock last night. The victim is in the hospital last listed in critical condition. No word on how it started or if anyone has been arrested. The National Weather Service will be in our area today assessing storm damage. 3 possible tornadoes touched down in our viewing area in Perry, Chilton, Dallas, and Coosa counties. Lots of folks lost power overnight. Crews will be out all morning long trying to get things back up and running. No reports of any major damage or injuries. The weather did cause some cancellations for baseball games. 2 baseball games had to be rescheduled. Alabama will now play Samford today at 3 p.m. Auburn takes on UAB at 6. 1 game was played last night in Montgomery. The Troy Trojans beat the Alabama State Hornets 14-3. That's your news on this Wednesday morning. I'm Jed Davis for WSFA 12 News.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit, hims.com/radio.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Do you want to know the secret to baby brain development? It's you. Your baby's brain develops rapidly in her first few years. 2 apples on top. So talk to her, read and sing as much as you can starting from birth. You don't need fancy toys. Play peekaboo, read a book, or just talk about your day. For more information on baby brain development, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org. My job, finances, everything's so crazy. I just want to feel in control. With Sam, I can.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres.
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And welcome in, everybody. You know what time it is? It's time for our daily bread because we have to get the word on high. But after that, we'll come back and we will, we'll have an interesting conversation about the things of life. Good, bad, and the ugly. But right now, more important is our daily bread. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine in Montgomery, Alabama. It's 7:15 in the morning. It is April the 3rd, 2024 AD. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, I Hear You, God. Our scriptural insight today comes from John 10, 1 through 11 and 16. But John 10 and 3 reads, the gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is April the 3rd. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that once it's gone, you will never see it again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things today that you don't do that you should have. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever you do with this day, April the 3rd, 2024, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, and reach back and give somebody else a helping hand while you can. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest only if you can. But you never quit. You never give up, because quitters will never win. And while winners may lose a time or two, they never give up. So don't you ever quit, because quitters will never win. And while winners lose every once in a while, they never quit. My mother said, all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Never give up. And no matter what happens on this day, good, bad, or indifferent, it is still a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. I hear you, God. That is our daily bread for this day, April the 3rd, 2024. And hopefully we'll be back. Good morning to you. It is a great day to be alive. It is 7:24 in the morning. It's time to rise and shine. And now we celebrate our armed forces of these United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. I haven't figured out what they do yet, but I will. One of these days, I have to go to Maxwell and see what's going on. And don't forget, this weekend, they're going to have the big show out on Maxwell. You get to see the if you don't have the willingness to jump out of an airplane, you will see a bunch of guys out there doing it. The Golden Knights are going to be U.S. Army Golden Knights. Parachute team's going to be out there. We're also going to have, hopefully I'll see a 141 out there and a 130 maybe and a 123. I'm not sure. It's going to be a great day to be had out there. And if you've never been on a military base before and see how things work, this is one of the weekends you get to do it for free. We want to even turn your car upside down and look at it and see what's in there and all that good stuff. No, we're going to let you come on base. Hey, you don't even need an ID. Okay, you may need an ID, maybe, but we do want to know who you are. But you can get on base, not a problem. Or you could park at the what's that place down there that's called something on? I think it's called Crampton Bowl or something like that. Anyway, you can park, and there'll be shuttles taking you back and forth to Maxwell. All right. So I'm just saying, come out this weekend. Hopefully, it won't rain or anything, and have a great time on our military bases. Because some of you folks didn't have the goals to go in. I ain't mad at you. Don't get me wrong. It's not for everybody. Okay, I'm just saying. But this weekend, we're going to let you on. We're going to let you see where the magic happens. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
To the shores of Tripoli, we will find our country's banners in the air, on land and sea.
Hey, somebody's got to pay homage to the armed forces. Might as well be me. Whom without, we may be speaking a different language in America right now. Okay, I'm just saying. We be speaking Americanese. I just made that up. That's a good name, actually. Americanese. Oh, time to rise and shine, Montgomery. It's a great day to be alive. I know most of you guys don't have an appreciation for a guy who can get up every morning and be just as enthusiastic each morning as he was yesterday morning. I think it's like a mental disease or something like that. I think it's not normal. I should get up at least one day and feel bad, but I don't, because I am so thankful to see this day, because it was not promised. Okay, so I'm good. I never had bad days. Things may happen bad in the day, but I never have bad days. I'm good. I mean, who's that on the phone? Okay, now let me tell you guys something else too about the rules of this show. Now I love all of y'all, some of y'all, most of y'all. But if you call in the first hour, which I really don't want to take calls in the first hour anyway, but I realize that people got things on their mind, so I'll let you get it all. But you don't get to call back until the third hour. And if you do that, I'm just gonna hang up on you. Okay? I'm sorry. Y'all be getting over on me. Okay? So if you called in the 6 o'clock hour, then you can only call back in the third hour, in the 7 o'clock hour. You can't call back till the 9 o'clock hour. Okay, I'm just telling you. Now, some people complain that you call back at all, but hey, I cover so many different things on the show, so I realize that sometimes there's other things you want to talk about. I'm good. Now, I will give you 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. If what you're saying is really good, I'll give you 4 minutes. Okay. But if you start rambling on, and be incoherent, I'll hang up on you. Okay. This is probably the most important show in Montgomery on the radio. So we want to make sure that we don't screw our listeners' ear. We don't assault our listeners' ears. If anybody's going to assault their ears, let it be me, not you. Okay. So, and I'm gonna be tough on that rule, because some of y'all do blah 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 blah, and when you get done, I don't have a clue of what you said. So here's the rules. So you need to, when you think you got your 3 minutes is almost up, you need to start closing it up, or else you'll hear a dial tone. Okay. Now, if it's good, if we both holding the conversation is good, I'll let you go a little long. But there's very few people to get to do that, because there are very few people who actually spark my gray matter to want to sit there and have a conversation with you. And I know there are people that are smarter than me out there. Not very many, but there are a couple that in Montgomery. So when I run into one of those people on there, I'm love to talk to them. Okay, all right, that's what I'm saying. Now, and the only thing that'll get you banned on this show, I don't really ban people. Even curmudgeon, all they gets on my nerve. It's personally assaulting other people. Okay, I'm kind of like my friend Donald now. Yeah, argue the point and not the person. Argue the point and not the person. Because if we didn't disagree with each other all the time, we wouldn't be individuals. So we're individuals. I don't have no problem with disagreement, but I do have a problem with personal assaults on people. Okay. And then for some reason, you're just obsessed with me being a United States Army paratrooper, and you just can't believe I am. Well, I'm sorry about that, but we're not going to have that discussion anymore. Okay, I'm just, unless I bring it up, of course, because it's, when you're airborne, it's kind of like the thing that you do, until you've been in the door of an aircraft, a 141 or C-5A or 130 or 123 or Chinook, unless you've done that, you don't have a clue what the hell it is anyway. So give me my couple of minutes of glory when I bring it up, okay? But if you don't believe me, that's cool. I don't really care. It's kind of like somebody saying that you're ugly. Well, that's your opinion. I'm good. I may be ugly, but that's your opinion. All right? I'm sorry. I mean, you may be ugly, but that's my opinion. Okay? So, do we understand now? You can call in. You got 3 minutes, unless you really get to rambling, and then I'm gonna hang up on you. Okay? We gotta raise the level of the show. Okay? Because talk shows should do one of three things. They should make you think, they should make you laugh, or they should make you cry. And if I can't get something out of you on that, because you'd have to say something to me to want to think about it. That's worth me thinking about. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, cry or laugh. Okay, if you can't stir my emotions to do one of those in our conversation, then I don't know. I ain't gonna ban you, but I'm going to put caller ID on. Anyway, so much for that. So if you call the first hour, you only get to call back the third hour. Okay. Other people do try to get in. Like I hear it all the time, all over town, and they can't get in because you're hogging the phone all the time. Okay. But I still love you. Don't get me wrong. We like family. Okay. We like family, and family is good. We don't all have to agree with one another. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. It is 7:33 in the morning. So we will come back after these messages to take your calls, your comments, if you want to call or comment. The Montgomery Police Department wants a 25% raise. Why the hell they think they need a 25%? Hell, I need a 25% raise. I mean, why is it government employees? Okay, didn't we just give them a raise here a year or so ago, 2 years ago? Really? Come on. Yeah. Don't you think everybody needs raise? And every time y'all stop us on the side of the road for going 10 miles over the speed limit, you're taking my money. I need a raise. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. Okay. I don't think 25% raise, that's a lot of money. We love you, but don't get me wrong. I don't think they need a raise right now. Okay. Do something for it first, Man, 25%? Y'all must be smoking something. I thought smoking drugs was illegal. Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, Josh Johnson here. Windy, sunny, but turning colder today. 68 the afternoon high. 43 tonight underneath a mainly clear sky. Then 3-4 pretty consistent days. Highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Lows mainly in the 40s. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're all dry days, a little breezy at times. Our next rain chance arrives by early next week. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Things are looking good here in the Tri-County area, but if you're expecting someone from points north, you're going to run into some trouble. There's an 18-wheeler accident on 65 southbound up in Clanton. So be prepared if you're heading in from that area or you're got someone coming in from that area. You may want to alert them. Outside of that, we're looking good here in the Tri-County area. No reasons for an alternate route. Larry Live Oak has been insuring the river region since 1988, customizing your insurance needs to the perfect plan. Live Oak Insurance, Main Street, Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Renowned League of Legends professional player Lee Baker Sang Hyo has partnered with streetwear designer Vandy the Pink and gaming chair brand Secret Lab to release a custom gaming chair. Known as one of the world's most famous players and even dubbed the Unkillable Demon, this collaboration adds to Faker's legacy, complementing his 4 World Championship wins and 10 titles in the League of Legends Korea professional scene.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Everyday Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies, first aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Get ready to soar beyond the horizon at Maxwell Air and Space Show. Mark your calendars for April 6th and 7th. Gates open at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Enjoy free admission and parking, plus free shuttle service from Patterson Field, Crampton Bowl. Indulge in delicious food and drinks while witnessing America's best and brightest in action. Bring the whole family for a day packed with excitement, including activities for the kids and a remarkable STEM expo. And don't miss the thrilling aerial performances by the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. For more information, visit maxwell.af.mil. See you there.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/radio. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target.
Navage, Navage.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LANE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio.
Okay, we're back. Oh, there's one exception to the rule I forgot. If you have a guest, thanks somebody remember. If you have a guest, you can call. You can call and send the fuck out. But that's on time. Okay. If you got a guest, that's okay. All right then. Hey, keep going for your number. So I don't know who this is. Nobody but Mr. Ed. Good morning, Ed. Now, do you understand the rules? Okay. Well, it's not a rule about loving God. Not a rule about loving God. It's a rule about calling the show. Well, I don't know about them. I'm just. Okay.
No. You always will know that God is first in your life. If God is not first in your life, Kevin, you ain't going nowhere. That's common sense. God said, without me, you can do nothing. I mean, you can give, and be nice, but you can do nothing. So it's not to forget. God see all, God hear all, and God knows. And you cannot fool God. Have a good day, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Ed. I appreciate your contribution. It is 860-1440 is the number here. I got more things to talk about too this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, sir. Okay. Yes, they turned it into something else, but yeah, I got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the oyster bunny. Okay, and not only that, we took that. He took that opportunity to call out the folks who are confused about their gender. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yeah, yeah. Now I thought it was 20. Wait a minute, I thought it was 25% rate, not $25,000. Well, okay. Oh, mhm. Because he seems to not have a problem getting people. Yeah. Well, obviously there are some issues at Montgomery Police Department, and how to solve those issues. I guess that's why we pay people the big dollars to figure that out. Uh, yeah. All right, I appreciate it. I mean, that's a thought. It is 7:47 in the morning. If you want to give us a call, let me talk to you. Do it for a 25% pay raise. Mm, I'll let people smarter than I am figure that one out. Good morning. Yes. Well, you can talk. Everybody gets the same amount of minute, but when you start insulting, but wait a minute. When you start insulting my character for no reason whatsoever, well, if you can prove what you do, but if I lie, you can talk. You can talk about anything you want except me. Okay, now, but you must be able to prove it's a lie. No, 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 no. I'm not the person. Wait a minute. I'm not the person calling you a lie. I don't have to prove anything. But you must prove, for I have to sue you for defamation of my character. I don't think you get stolen. Wait. I don't think you get stolen valor for saying that you are. Yeah. 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 I think stolen valor. I would allow you to call. I'm not threatened by you, but when you there. Okay. Yeah. But you're an Air Force guy. Okay, wait a minute. So let me get this right. We are both okay, whether you believe it or not, we are both commissioned officers from the United States military. So why you take the need to just criticize me all the time? NCOs don't wait a minute, NCOs don't do that. We don't do that. I'm sorry. Okay, and yeah, right. No, I did fly over there. I said I wasn't on the ground. I flew, but I did not say that. I said I was involved in it. I said by the time we got there, all the stuff. No. See, you misunderstood. It's not my fault that you misunderstood. See, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here. Okay. Well, see, then you and your wait a minute. You and your friend are crazy as hell. So that's all I can say. You and him. Yeah. All you have to make is 5. Wait a minute. All you have to make is 5. That doesn't make any difference. Wait a minute. We're not getting paid. We're not getting paid on jump status. How many have you made? Exactly. So why in the hell I want to listen to a lady? Why do I want to listen to a guy who's never done it? Seriously. So I mean, come on. That's like listening to a guy who I mean, I want to listen to you. Okay, you what we call a leg. You ain't even had one jump. Okay, and maybe out of the bunk, maybe. But that's about it. I don't know anything else. But anyway, so much for that. You see, that's why I got to cancel some of this stuff, right? I've been other places too, but then if I tell them I have to kill them, so no sense. It's top secret stuff. You serve with the Rangers and all that stuff. You go a place you can't tell people. I'm just saying. Anyway, as a matter of fact, one of my Ranger buddies got with me on the internet, and they're going to call on the show one day. Finally, once and all, put this to rest. Although you go to my Facebook page, you'll see that I was there. I mean, but some people are just idiots. They're just idiots. And I think the guy's jealous. I think he had what we call in the business envy. There's another word to go with it, but people hit it in school, so we just don't do that after it. We got envy. And one guys got a little envious of a brother anyway. I don't know what that's all about, but what can I say? It's a genetic thing. So anyway. Okay, it is a Wednesday morning of the week of the month, whatever the case may be. Now I am John. I'm going to have a conversation about something. He doesn't know this is, but it's coming, and I just want to do a conversation about it. I don't want to no argument. That's a conversation about it. Why this particular subject is persona non grata. Now, for the folks out there who don't speak Spanish, it means off limits. Persona non grata. So we're gonna find out why we can't ever have this conversation, and we really do need it. Not just we don't really need it here. They need it other places, but other places won't have the conversation. And I think it's time that we have a reasonable conversation about this particular subject. Okay? So we're gonna see if we can have it. Download don't start and so sometimes. But we're gonna be all right.
I just give a different perspective.
Different perspective is good. Yeah.
You give your perspective and I give mine.
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's more money.
Okay. Anyway, so again, the Montgomery Police Department, they want to raise, the Montgomery Chief Albert wants a 25% raise. Now, we can't go with 10%, 5% raise, something like that. All of us out here got to pay more money for everything. And some of that stuff because the police stop us and give us tickets. And then we have to pay our little extra money to the ticket man downtown. So now y'all want 25%. That's just the way. They just got a raise a couple years ago. And the police department get a raise. The sanitation department got a raise. Okay, so they big raise. They still got okay. Still got, I'm just slow your roll, brother. As a matter of fact, it seems like to me, with all the officers that the police department does not have, that they can just work overtime and make extra money. The same budget, they got the same budget for the police department, whether they got the number people or not. So it seems like to me, they already got the money. Just let people work overtime who need to make extra money. You know, do what we do as citizens. We have to work a second job, a third job sometimes, and a job on the weekend, just so we can make ends meet. Y'all want to make extra money? Do some extra cash.
Do you put your one on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. Yeah.
Right. They knew what the job was when they took it. Same like I did. They knew the job was when they took it. Yeah. That's you know. So
does it work?
Well, go to Arlington National Cemetery and ask the London private saying people with the work. You know, everybody puts their money on. Well, okay, exactly. And so is being a policeman. It's a service. So it's been a service. It's a job. But you put your life on the line. So that just comes with the territory. Okay. You don't like it? Get a job at McDonald's and hire them, right? Okay. And they go to battle. They go to battle on the street. But it is. It is. It is. Don't just get shot.
They deserve more.
So does everybody. Now, not 25% of the time they don't. Okay. Anyway, amen.
That's my perspective.
That's your perspective. That's fine. Yeah. And they just got a raise a couple years ago.
That's what's
so, but what about everybody in here? Everybody's got to pay. You get
a woman that has the same danger.
Lately, we do because we're getting shot in stores.
Not like this.
Policemen have a weapon to defend themselves. Most of us don't walk around with weapons to defend ourselves. But it's dangerous being a crossing guard at school sometimes. You never know if some fool's going to come through there and not slow down. Every job has its inherent danger.
Driving down the street.
Exactly.
That's totally irrelevant.
Cumulus ain't giving me 25% raise because I'm coming to work is dangerous. It is dangerous. Coming down the road, they can hit you. I'm just saying. I ain't mad. I love my policemen. 5% raise the one. I'm sorry about that. That's a little bit too much. Earn it. Work overtime. Then you can get to it. Work overtime. Man, I got. Good morning.
They're paying better for the job they do. That's all. Yes, crime, that doesn't deter them. They have a job. They still have a job to do. And they should be paid for their job. We're talking about policemen right now. Retention of police is a problem because of the pay. The pay is too low.
Right. Well, being a fireman is definitely good. Yeah.
No, that doesn't change.
Hey, I gotta run. Hey, you can call me. We can talk. When we finish, I gotta run.
Now, WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Well, good morning, young man. Yeah, you deserve it. And that's all it is. I ain't the one to get but they're done. Going to Iraq, going to all those places. And privates get 18. It's a job. Everybody, it's like being a teacher. Teachers always whine about they don't make enough money. They choose that profession imagine knowing what that job paid?
Well, so many.
No, no, right, had no difference.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Taiwan has been one of the strongest earthquake in the third century. A chandelier swinging back and forth after the 7.4 magnitude quake slammed the island, killing at least 9 people. We just learned 70 miners are trapped in 2 coal mines. More people may be buried in land and rock slides in the mountains. The BBC's Rupert Wingfield Hayes.
Hands were coming out of cupboards. So stuff being sort of thrown all around the place. Now, bear in mind, I'm in Taipei, which is about 100 miles or more from the epicenter. And so you can imagine over on the east coast of Taiwan just how much more violent the shaking was.
Egypt's state media says the bodies of 6 foreign aid workers killed in an Israeli airstrike have just been transported out of Gaza. Correspondent Kathy McCormick. There's been international outrage over the deaths of the World Central Kitchen workers. Israeli Chief of Staff Percy Halevi.
I want to be very clear. The strike was not carried out with the intention of harming WCK aid workers.
He apologized.
It was a mistake that followed a misidentification night during a war in a very complex condition. It shouldn't have happened.
He said Israel shares the grief of their families. A funeral for a 7th victim was held in Gaza yesterday. Here in the U.S., tornadoes have put a path from Alabama all the way up to Ohio, injuring at least 10 people. Louisville, Kentucky Mayor Craig Greenberg.
There is definitely roof damage. There's definitely significant damage to homes. There's significant damage to fences, to trees.
Police in Finland say bullying was behind yesterday's deadly shooting involving 4 6th graders. The 12-year-old suspect is accused of killing a classmate and injuring 2 others. He's been transferred to the school north of Helsinki at the beginning of the year. Mourners gathered outside the building today, where parents, teachers, and students laid flowers and lit candles in the snow. Blue and white Finnish flags are flying at half-staff across the country. Meet this year's Teacher of the Year, Missy Testerman, who heads the English as a Second Language program at Rogersville City School in Tennessee.
Oh, we'll pay you. Well, we'll be ready. Now you pay that.
And you know what? You never really own anything. So, leaks in the roof go bad.
Dinner.
And all else fails, get it stored in the microwave. Just leave it in there.
Insurance. Protect your
Wait a second,
home
go
and
ahead.
with your bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com.
Yeah.
That's progressive.com.
Yeah, they're making those.
Did you know that every day
Buildings
Preborn's network of
available for
clinics
Get your solar
experiences
pack-
200
get your
miracles?
generator,
Well,
hey.
Preborn gives women with unplanned pregnancies a window into their womb through free
Save a little
ultrasounds, introducing them to the beautiful life growing inside.
Yeah, like
Once
that.
she meets her child inside the
Like
womb,
that,
hears their
she said, you
heartbeat, the
wanted that?
chance of her baby's
Yeah,
life doubles.
huh?
Because of the generosity of you and me, who donate $28 to sponsor an ultrasound. Preborn this. The cost of a dinner to save a life. The
More
most
cities, you know,
worthwhile
I get that
investment
stuff
you
'cause
can
I'm in
make.
pain now.
All gifts are tax deductible and go entirely to
A lot
saving
of cities
babies.
are now
Someday
making
you
it
may need a
easier.
baby.
They're good at the game, but someone who's thinking tells them what to do with the game.
Well, sure. I mean, that's like
In other words,
that's
so
like
they
being,
can recruit. In other words, they can recruit these kids who just have a high school
that's like
diploma.
being on the air.
But this guy, but the guy that's making the decision, okay, he knows the law. Okay, this now that is.
Well, you
that
got a
book.
commanding officer that makes the decision, whatever situation you have to be in. They make that decision, not necessarily the JAG, but
I'm just saying in the phone. That's what they have. JAG telling you. That's what commanding officer is saying. So working with the commanding officer. My whole point was is they are in violence all the time. The games of violence. What they do is they talk about it. Their songs about it. I'm glad P. Diddy is going to go to prison because he's and these promoters of this beefing with rappers and all that violent music. And he spit them out like toilet tissue, just having. And then now we found out he was having sex with a bunch of them, making them do all kinds of unnatural things. But that's a violent. And there's a subgroup who is part of the violence. We are not all part. What I'm saying to you, everyone out there, all black men are not part of that.
not all.
But there is no guilt in you and should not be guilt on your part about the thing you worry. You worry. There's a chance. You know what? You're shooting all the time.
I know, but why?
You know what? Why do I don't do fireworks up. I don't do it. But there are people who that's fireworks. Every day you're shooting, that don't mean someone's shooting at them. They just shoot guns. They have my guns are bullets are expensive. It's young kid, he got an AK and he just just shooting in the air. What goes up must come down. I have a brand new Silverado and a bullet came down through the roof. Yeah. And he wasn't aware to shoot him.
If they go up, they come down.
They come down.
There are other things to talk about. That's last night.
Your name is. You don't know? No, I'm not joking. It was. You were fired.
Oh, okay.
You're fired.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate the opportunity. Let me see here now. Good morning. 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 Yes. Actually, I can. No. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I said philosophical. Yeah, I keep leaving that word out. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. That's a black decision. The black decision, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. So I can't believe what I say. I don't get paid that much to sell my soul. So the things I say, I say. I just happen to have the job to do it. So I don't be selling out. Okay, well, yeah, I understand. Yeah. Now it seems. Wait a minute. Let me get this out. Then I'm gonna let you go. Wait a minute. It seems to me that wait a minute. Wait a minute. It seems to me, I could be wrong, that I'm the only out of this conversation this morning. I am talking about a moral compass. Okay, so I don't know where you get that statement from. You can't be moral and yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I don't. No, I don't. But we ain't talking about Trump right now, though. We ain't talking about Trump. We talking about yeah. I did not say everybody no time this morning. Okay. Yeah. This is not about Trump. But it's not talking about Trump. This is about our young men and our young men who are killing each other. It's got nothing to do with Trump. Huh? I said it's against what the good book says, but I don't know how many people pay attention to it. Yeah, it's supposed, yeah. But so is lying. Okay. Okay. I hear you. All right. What's that got to do with what we're talking about now? Now I gotta go. Get 3 minutes up. See you later. Okay. Good morning. Who's this?
Fine, how are you, sir?
It was a cultural thing because I needed a ride. Probably because I was a black young man with no daddy at home. Never knew him, so I was undisciplined.
Well, I was in the same boat, but I never stole a bicycle.
You did something wrong.
I didn't steal a bicycle.
You did something
I
wrong.
didn't steal for it.
You did
I
something
didn't use
wrong.
that as an excuse.
I didn't use it. I got the bike and got it. But we all have done something wrong.
That's true.
Okay, the alcoholic
But
said.
don't blame someone else for you doing something
But the
wrong.
alcoholic said that the drug addict is worse. The drug addict said the alcoholic is worse. We've all got issues. We've all done something.
But you just said you didn't have a father.
And I didn't.
Okay. What did that have to do with you still in the back?
He would have told me not to. Well, I don't know who taught you. I don't know who taught you. I never burned up a building before, so I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know who. Okay, Dan, I got you. All right. Okay, I'm here. You got about a 30 seconds left. No, I really don't. That wasn't animals. Those are people expressing that they were they were doing their constitutional right by redressing their grievances to the people who make the rules. Let me take another.
And that means destroy property.
Good morning. Well, sometimes it means that.
No.
Good morning.
Never.
Columbine? Yeah. Yeah. Now, when did that happen? I mean, if we're just going to go through all the things that have happened. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't go to Eastdale Mall anyway. You come to my office, you'll see I don't. Hey, I better don't. Hey, come to my office. Come to my office. You will see no burglar bars. You don't go. You used to. Hey.
Yeah, you used to go over there.
You used to. I used to see you every day, but now you don't. Well, I live right around the corner from where you used to be every day. I don't let people get murdered. Let people murdered.
Okay.
Well, that didn't murder him.
Yeah,
the guns murdered him. The liquor license didn't murder anyone.
Go ahead. Your conversation's about over now.
Go ahead. What is the problem? I asked, what is the problem? What is the problem? That was in New York. They made a movie about it, The Gangs of New York. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was a problem. New York hired those Irish people to help with them. Okay.
All right, appreciate your call there. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Oh. Never heard of that. A trap spot? Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, Trap House.
Okay, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. I know where several are.
Actually, I have.
Yeah, I have too. And actually, it was a preacher that did it. So what's your point? Never mind, because I was doing what I usually do, talk.
Okay. So why don't they just join the military then? That way they can port a gun and get paid.
Because they don't have a high school diploma.
You don't need one now.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
The GED.
No.
Yes,
A couple weeks ago, they said they lowered the
Well,
standard.
they must have did it a couple of weeks ago.
So, you
Up until a couple of weeks ago, you had to have a GED or a high school diploma.
So, you need to do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Well, I think
different. It's a certain
I think
group.
accountability
There have always been
different.
What we would call thugs. There's always been.
Yeah. Right, gotta take a break, y'all. We'll be back. It's 9:23 in the morning. We'll be right back. Donald Jenkins, us. The culture of violence. Is it a culture, or is it just a few kids all across America in urban cities?
Yeah.
There is violence, drugs, violence, shooting. But the subculture is part of the whole.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It can't be said. It can't be said unless it's part of the whole. But it's still part of the whole.
Part of it.
Yes, it is.
It's divided off from that.
It's still part of it.
They don't think like that. They want to be a part of that. They're on their own. Just stay out of their way.
24 in the morning. Get back You can't have a sub unless you got a whole. The sub is part of the whole.
You have a group and then you have a subgroup.
Which is part of the group.
No, it's not part of it.
It changes from the group, which is still part of it. And don't follow the subgroup, there's another group. It's still a group. I think that
your understanding is a little. If you have a group, and within that group, you have people who are now, let's go through. Within that group, you have people who are different from the group. It's still part of the group. Why you love it? Not my monkey, not my fish. No. Too much sugar. You like sugar?
Not as much as I used to. Man, I used to take sugar and put it in a bowl, put water in so it would cake up and eat it.
Ooh, just the thought of that.
Let us know how much they enjoyed our dinner together, along with an article that we have discussed. You know, in today's high-tech, low-touch world, the profession can fall once in a while. So it can inspire you to get started. To learn more, check us out at BeKindnessRevolution. It's there. Reach your financial goals. Visit SamMyCan.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita.
You're most popular man in campaign. I'm waiting.
But you can put one in order. You can keep the order. And that's all the
That's not a street board. Housing authority is not.
Right, but they do put somebody in the city on.
Right.
Well,
We don't see that.
Yeah. You know, just on everybody who can find you well, the guys in the line. The council meeting last night was interesting. I'll get into some of that on tomorrow or Friday. They said that people don't eat until 2 o'clock in the morning, so then, you know, these things are just full. You don't disagree. I mean, who's going out of food court most I'm going to do walk around? No, that's true. That's true. That's true. The walk around don't tell us that. Not that I know of anyway. Let me see what this is. Good morning on there. Yeah. All righty. Good morning on there.
Good morning, sir. A criminal is a criminal, whether you call him a thug, a hustler, a murderer, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what you call a criminal if you really want to know the truth. He was an outlaw crook. Like, well, now they have what's a group called Young Thugs. Their kids called themselves thugs. So what? Mhm. Sir, I think that affects black and white officers. And it affects them according to their background. If you're a white officer and everyone you see every night is a violent person, you get that attitude that every black person is a violent person. They have the potential to be a violent person because that's all you see. But the difference is if you're black, most of the time, you know that that is a subgroup of people, not every black person. That is the difference between a black officer and a white officer, whether you want to admit it or not. A white officer has to have a different mindset when he walks in and he knows on that job, probably 90% of the calls he gets from a black neighborhood is going to be violent and violence related. And that's his attitude about black people because that's what he sees most of the time. So every young black man to him is violent. And this conversation we're having now, I'm trying to say that every young black man is not violent. And to put them in that group, it's a subgroup. And the police come across them, and I'm glad they got a raise because they have to put up with a lot. And to put up with that every day, and that gives you an attitude. So to answer your question, it gives them an attitude about young black men, both black and white officers. It has nothing to do with color. It gives them an attitude about it. Right.
So it does affect you.
That,
whether,
in other
whether
words,
you think it does or not, it affects us
the
all.
thing I tell you, and I tell anyone, you don't want to be the victim of something that happens because of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're the unintended. You could be collateral damage. That does happen. So my point on this whole conversation, Kevin, to whoever calls in, yes, I'm aware there are young men who do this. Who are they? If you look into who they are, it starts in grade school. I can tell you who's
But
going
we
to
have
be
to
a
stop
thug.
making excuses for it.
I'm not making excuses.
Whether you're poor or not
right
doesn't have
now,
anything to do with it.
No, yes, it does.
No, not just.
And it's
there are more
your
white
background.
folks that are poor than black
Hold
folks.
on. If you go to an elementary school right now
Mhm.
and you look at the kids in there and watch them for a day,
Mhm.
I can tell you which one is going to be the so-called thug.
I don't know if that's true.
That is true because you can tell from the way they act when they're young.
That's because of their training.
They don't just start. You think they just start acting like that when they
No.
get to be a young man?
No. Good morning. Who's this?
They start when they're children.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, sir.
I agree.
Sir, I would disagree with you on that because in my life, I have seen the instances. There were different neighborhoods that had certain areas where you had the violence. Most of the violence then was a knife. It was a razor. Most of the thugs carried a razor, a straight razor, or a knife. Now we have a gun. So now you can have what we have are the innocent bystanders now that die from things.
And what's your point, Coach?
What's your question?
Thank you.
No, we don't.
Thank you,
sir. So all that is go ahead. Go ahead. Right.
We do. We do.
Sir, can I clarify one thing? The civil rights movement didn't do anything. The laws changed everything. Civil rights movement was just a show, but that still hasn't done anything. We never did come together. All we did was show things of civil rights marches and all that. That didn't stop anything. The laws changed. No, we weren't. We weren't.
We were closer then than we are now.
No, we weren't. Hey, you see, you see the movie. I was in the real life. Everyone did not participate in the civil rights movement. Everybody claimed they were civil rights workers now. But I want to tell you, it was a small group of people who actually were in the movement, sir.
But I think
it's a lot of lies now. The civil rights movement is a lie now.
Let him
go ahead.
Because the one thing this gentleman just said, that we seem to be able to galvanize people when a white cop hurts a black man, but we make excuses when black folks do the same thing to each other.
That is just the
Okay,
show.
well, that's what you say.
That's all it is. Okay. That doesn't change anything.
Well, I'm saying.
So if you do the same thing for the young men, you're still not doing anything.
Well, let me get this point.
Go ahead. Well, the world did that. The world saw that. The world demonstrated that. When George Floyd was killed, that the entire world participated in that. Because it's not close to people. But, you know, people saw George Floyd die.
It was TV.
They saw it. But they don't see that. They don't see it.
We read about it every day.
But you don't really see it. But we saw George Floyd die. That's the difference. The whole world saw him die. But they don't see the little girl that's being shot.
Yeah, the whole world sees it.
No, they don't. They don't see it. They hear about it. They don't see it. They hear about it.
Okay. We got the internet now.
It's on the news.
They see it.
You get the report. You don't see the body there with the blood and the hole in it. No, you don't. They don't show that on TV.
It's on the internet.
Well, I don't go on that.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm talking about regular news. The regular person who's just looking at the news. You just don't see that.
Donald is in denial. He can't.
I'm not in it. What I'm saying is, to actually see a person die is traumatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you just said is important. You don't see it happening. You see the end result.
But we know it happened.
You can assume what happened. But to actually watch someone shoot someone, see the argument and all of that, that is very traumatic to see that. I agree with you there.
It ain't traumatic
But
anymore.
you don't see the entire process.
Not traumatic anymore.
You don't see the beginning of it. You only see the end. No, that's not what makes it. No, I'm giving you an example of why that is traumatic.
Let me ask this question. All three of us, I believe we can agree there's an overabundance of violence in our neighborhoods.
It's in certain areas. Where do the majority of black people live in Montgomery?
Again,
where do the majority of black people live in Montgomery?
That's why I said our neighborhood.
Do they all live in the same neighborhood?
I didn't say same neighborhood. I said our neighborhood.
Where do they live in the same neighborhood?
That's the one.
What I'm saying is,
It does.
where do the majority of black people, in other words, the majority of black people do not live in. It's a subgroup.
We got that's part of the group.
In other words, and those people who want to talk about it live somewhere else.
Well, I don't live someplace else.
Well, I live there.
Okay. We'll be back right after this. It's
and I
it's a conversation that
it's not a conversation. Look, if you're not around it and you don't see it,
it still affects
you don't
us.
even need to talk about
it. Still affects us.
Because all you're doing is talking.
It's still
now, if you're doing something, then talk about it.
I do what every man should do, and that's to make sure that your child is not out there doing the same thing. If every man should do his kids, to make sure that something.
Now you're saying,
I'm doing no part.
Now, you can do more. Oh, then
I did it. I got two boys. They don't got robbed. You got nothing.
That's that ain't well, look, if you want to help with
You've done your part. So hopefully, when they get going, I ain't gonna do it.
But the problem is, and you disagree with it. They don't have all.
I think you got more. I'm sorry.
Look, we say, you know, big kid, and they shoot. That's what you want. So, if you're here, you're not a part of that. You're part of that.
It's like
You're not from that.
Your child does something, it's still back to you.
All, in other words, you sit in your little like this and all that. That's terrible what they do on that. And then someone like you people need to stop doing that. And you let them include you in that. You're a part of that. They're not a part of that. Hey, I'm saying they're saying you should talk about it. You're not part of it. You are saying
in their recognition.
Right.
And what other kids tell them,
and you need to know, let your child know that he'll expect you because you're black. You're like you. But what I'm saying, Kevin, is that is not right. It should not be.
I know, but when you walk through a parking lot, I know it's happened to you. When all of a sudden, all the locks start to go down.
That's right.
Because they judge us by the actions of others.
Now, do they judge white people like that?
Yeah, they do. Some of them. You walk around with them black coats on. White people walking around black coats. I like them. I'll get on that. Huh? I don't know, but I don't think we got great kids on both sides. We got bad kids on both sides, but our kids overrepresent.
Your whole conversation is here. That's a subgroup. That's a group that's there. And it's disproportionate the number of them that are doing within that group. Now, overall, in other words, right now, if you went to school, you know what would be wonderful for you to do? If you ever went to Morehouse and walked around the campus, your entire attitude about young black men would be totally different. How is it when you walk around and see hundreds of black men, young black men, all the time? Now, if you go to Alabama State, it's just
But I see nice young black men here. They don't get the place with the young.
well, and what? Well, this is a good conversation now because you know the people have that attitude. And then when a person is saying, well, it's not everything. And that is what they do. I don't think it's too many. It's all it's not too many. You're looking at statistics. I'm looking at 12% of the population. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? There was one young boy in my meeting. All right. You know what was sad? He was about he wasn't gotten off the field. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
It's unfortunate that he was, I mean, you know, we're talking, I'm like, man, that's really rough. Like, you know,
Because that's
dead is dead.
Yeah,
But or was he? And we got out of that. Several of those young men did. But they know, and he knew he had to get away from them. In other words, he was in another city because he had to get away from them. And that's what has to happen. And when any of them, I used to talk to him all the time, and I used to tell him he got a job and he was doing well. And I told him, I said, you got to get away from these people. I know these are homeless and stuff. He did. That's what has to happen. It's an environment.
But I get something that tomorrow. You were fired. And I was fired. I don't know exactly what I was fired. You're fired. Yeah.
You know what? This is a big deal. You just. They don't do it.
They don't do it.
You do.
I get it. I got out there. We would have. The water board.
You're not scared. Have you ever been to
So if what you say is true, which I don't doubt that it is, why in the world would we want to kill each other? Not black people killing each other. Are we doing that now? Are we doing that now? A lot of bad things happen. So that's why you don't need to own folks to the truth. Right. Well, they got it. Thou should not murder. Because killing's been going on forever. And sometimes, if somebody's coming in your house after you and your family, you don't take care of it. Your life is just some risk. I don't know that to be so. Wait a minute, you're in your house, somebody's coming to your window, you protect your family. You go to jail? I don't think that's.
No, you're not. Look, stay on the phone. young men that are, if we do, we're on, if we're still on point for young men telling us.
Good morning, who's this?
Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate it. Good morning on there. Yes. We are less than that now. I think we're more out about between 11 and 12. That's because your boy let millions of people coming in from the south. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I never have done road rage. Yeah. Yeah, well. Well, he was in California, so they act different on the left coast than anybody else in the country anyway. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Now, road rage has no color now. That's both black and white. I can't say what percentage it is because I've seen it both ways.
No, I haven't seen it before.
I have seen road rage both ways. So I don't know if we do, but I've seen it both ways. That's what you watch on the internet. If you watch it, it's going to be there. What monopolizes, sir? Let me tell you this, and Kevin and this is for everyone. Whatever you watch most on the internet will keep coming up, whatever that is. If you watch negative, it's going to keep coming up. If you watch positive, that's what will keep coming up.
I was wondering why I always get puppy pictures.
You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You're telling a lie. You don't.
I get puppy and dog pictures.
I bet if you pull up the phone right now,
okay. I'm just telling you, I get them.
It'll be some violence.
Animal pictures and stuff like that, and ducks and chicken and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna tell me what I get on my phone?
Pull it up right now.
Well, I ain't gonna pull it. I ain't gotta prove it to you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
because I think you're
Let me look at the name on the wall again. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I mean,
okay.
if you're lying, you're lying.
You ain't lying.
I just caught you in a lie. That's
I mean, now I do look at the local news and news across America.
You look at that, and that's what comes up on your phone. Negative stuff. And if you look at, you know what?
Yeah.
If you hold on to looking at something negative that happened to black people, that's what's going to keep coming up.
Well, then
because
somebody else must
AI
somebody
has you. See, that's the most dangerous thing in the world.
Somebody else must
AI
be using my
has you.
phone when I'm not looking, because I don't know why them naked women show up on my phone.
Well, that's what you look at.
Okay, I don't know where that came from. Somebody else been looking at my phone. I better start putting my phone down.
No.
You know, last person had my phone was you.
Okay.
Okay, so
I look at beautiful women.
Okay. I'm just saying maybe that's what that was.
Yeah, that maybe was.
You know, Donald, it's always it's been a pleasure.
Oh yeah.
But the
and
one
time goes by.
But the one conversation that we just can't seem to have is about this violence in our community, black folks.
It's not ours. It's the community.
Okay, well you can say that
we have
you want to, but
this is what we can agree.
Yeah.
We have a gun culture problem. Period.
Okay.
That has no color.
Yeah.
Now, disproportionately, it is in the people of color.
Yeah, and
disproportionate.
I think a whole lot of disproportionate.
And everything that is negative is disproportionate more in that community.
And the question is,
let's go to the problem.
And there are more.
Let's talk about the problem. That needs to be the conversation.
All right, what about one of the problems is denial, and then we come to the river.
I just said what I'm denying.
Okay.
There is a problem.
Yeah, okay. Let's leave it at that. There's a problem.
No, let's say what is the solution?
Yeah. We're going to be back tomorrow to get what's the same. Have a great day. Podcast.
I'm glad it wasn't. I guess talk about the judge's daughter.
There's no vote for him. And I don't know who made the judge think his daughter can't be talked about.
That's right. You know what? You think that he can talk about his daughter? Yes. Why not? You are. Do you believe? Absolutely.
They're talking about me. They're talking about you. It's talking about themselves. She's a public person. She's been a good.
Yes, she is. No, she's not.
That's okay.
She is not in public office.
She's
a private citizen. She does not live with him.
I'm a private citizen too.
She's a private citizen. You talk about his wife?
Absolutely. They talked about Claire's private wife.
She's
she's not participated with the president. What? She made herself a public. She did anything she could do, and that's been involved with public figures. So, she was not